Welcome to CFMOTO Side Rider. Today we're going to be doing our first oil change on this CFMOTO ZForce 800EX. I bought this ZForce 800 about 2.5 weeks ago, and this past weekend was just beautiful out. The wife and I were out driving Saturday and Sunday, out in the trails, in town, everywhere. I have about 405 kilometers on it right now. That's about 300 miles or so, so it's time for its first oil change. So today I went to my dealer. I was in the area and I picked up an oil filter. I ended up buying the whole CFMOTO oil change kit because I thought, you know what, it's all in one box. Let's just take it for the first oil change, try it out and see how it works. So let's get to changing the oil on this ZForce. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the seat out. That's the passenger seat. That's because behind this door is your dipstick. You want to get access to that eventually. So we take that door out. Down in there is your oil dipstick. Okay, this here is your drain plug. I think you can see the end of my wrench. That's your drain plug right there. Okay, so I'm going to take that drain plug out now and let the oil drain out. Okay, I've loosened the drain plug. And now I'm going to take it out. This is a lot of fun trying to hold the camera and do this at the same time. Okay, I'm just going to drop the camera for a second because I don't want to drop the drain plug. Okay, there you can see the oil's coming out. Like my trouble light, I'm old school, guys. Incandescent light bulb and everything. So we're going to let that drain and we'll take a look at the drain plug. Okay, number one thing is always make sure you got lots of rags before you start an oil change. Can you believe I had this one little rag? That's all I had. So I'm just going to have a look at the drain plug here. There's a bit of fine metal shavings here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not bad because there's a magnet in this drain plug, and it'll collect most of the metal shavings for you out of your oil. So we're going to clean it up very good. I'm going to take this washer off because in the kit comes another copper washer. If you don't over tighten these, you don't have to worry about crushing them, but some people over crank their drain plugs and then they end up squashing that washer, and then you may have a small leak. But I'm going to change it anyway because it came with the kit. So there we go, our drain plug's nice and clean. And we'll put the new washer on. Okay, here's the oil kit I got. It's from CFMOTO, and I think we're on the French side. Oh, no, it's French and English. So comes with 4 liters motor oil, 4-stroke engine oil, an oil filter, an O-ring, and your gasket drain plug. So meaning this one right here. I imagine it's good oil. CFMOTO isn't going to recommend oil that isn't good. So we'll open up the kit and see what we have. So here is our oil filter, and we have 4 liters of the CFMOTO motor oil, synthetic of course. We have our O-ring and our gasket here, or washer, whatever you want to call it. So the first thing we'll do is take out this gasket and we'll put it on the drain plug so we know we have our new one on there. So let's go over and take the old oil filter off. Okay, we have a cover here with a couple bolts. This is where your air filter is. I'm going to remove this because I think I'll be able to get to the oil filter cover much easier. I can see it better. So I'm going to remove this cover anyway, and we're going to have a good look at the air filter as well. So it takes a 10mm socket. Now this is my first time doing an oil change on this ZForce 800 as well. It's my first time getting to the air filter. First time for a lot of things on this machine. So we're kind of learning together, but I think if you're somewhat handy, you can do your own thing to save some money. Here, we got the cover off. Okay, as you can see where my finger's pointing. Try to get better lighting on there. This is where your oil filter is, so we have to, there's 3 bolts, they're 8mm, so we'll crack those, take them off, and we'll get our oil filter out of here. Okay, I'm starting to loosen the bolts here on the oil filter cover, and as you can see, there's oil going everywhere and making a mess. That's all right. What can you do? So when I'm done all this, what I'll do is I'll just go over with a rag and try to clean up everything the best I can. We'll take the cover off. Whoa. Look at that oil everywhere. So we got the cover off. You can see the O-ring there. We'll just put that down to the side for a minute. We'll go in and take the oil filter out. There we go. And let go. Pull that out. There we go. We got our oil filter out. Okay, guys. Just going to clean things up here. Got your O-ring. And it's probably in good shape, you know. But it seemed I got the kit. I'll put the new one on, but I may save this. I might just hang it up over there above my bench. Everything looks good. There, I sprayed it with some Clean Flow brake cleaner. It's just shining pretty now. So we got our new O-ring here. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on it, lube it when I put it on. So we'll put this back on here on the cover. We have our new oil filter here. We're going to go ahead and put that back in. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to just wipe this down where the oil filter goes. Just make sure it's good and clean. We're going to put our oil filter in now. Remember, the hole goes in first, the big hole. There, we got that in place. Now we can put our aluminum cap back on. Start all 3 bolts up. I'll get these all turned on and tightened up, and I'll bring you back in a second. Okay, like I said, I was going to take the air filter out and check it out. So I took it out of that box. It just, the cover is held on with some clips. So I'm just going to look under this foam here. It's got a paper filter. It looks really clean. So I'm just going to leave it for now because I don't have a new filter. The filter looks pretty decent, but I am going to change it. I'm going to order one tonight. And we're going to put a new air filter on this because I don't really trust these air filters. So we're just going to pop this air filter back in the hole here. There we go. Got the air filter back in there, and we'll put the cover back on. Okay, so down in here is your dipstick. We're going to loosen that, pull it out, and right down in there is the hole. So we need a long funnel. All right, so I didn't have the funnel I hoped I had. So what I did is I took a very small funnel with a plastic tube. The funnel is so small. So I'm going to try and put the oil in there without making a mess. It shouldn't be a problem. I'll just have to take my time. But I'm going to add 3 of these liters for sure. It's like I said, I'll take our time because this funnel is tiny. So I'm going to put in 3 liters and then I'm going to top up. I think it takes just a tad more than 3 liters. I'll bring you right back. So there we go. We got the first oil change done on the ZForce 800EX. That wasn't bad at all. Now, if I would have remembered to get the proper funnel for this, I knew I had to pick up a funnel because I didn't have one, but I forgot. And I didn't bother showing you on the dipstick whether it was at the right amount. I put in 3 liters of oil, and when I put the dipstick in, it's got a bit of a curve in the filler tube, so you're always picking up oil. So I couldn't really tell. So actually I'm gonna start it up and then I'm gonna let it settle and I'll check it later tonight. And if I need a little more, I'll top it up, but I think we're gonna be fine. But don't be afraid to give it a try yourself. It's not hard at all. You just gotta get the materials you need, the oil, the filter, and the O-ring, and you're good to go. Well, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if this helped. And don't forget to watch one of the 2 videos or both videos at the end of this video. So thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next one.